Today is December 9th, 2014. I'm Patrick Bailey, and this is my 2001 Jeep Wrangler. Now, I'm the original owner of this, so everything that's happened to it has been my fault. But recently, probably the past at least 3 years, I've had problems with the heater. And so what happens is on a cold morning, and this is a cold morning, it's 35 degrees out here in Colorado. If I go start her up, I got no blower going. So I can turn this all the way up. I got nothing. I don't have anything on high, nothing on anything. Doesn't matter what I do, just nothing. Now if I go drive for 10 minutes, sometimes an hour, depending on how cold it is, they'll start working. Or if I come back out here in the afternoon, after the car's warmed up in the sun a little bit, you know, if it's 50 degrees outside, blower will work just fine, no problem. So, oh, and also the other day, my wife was driving it, and it didn't work at first, then it warmed up, and then she said it only worked on the high. Now I've heard issues online that if it only works on the high, it's the resistor. But I got this really strange issue where or if it doesn't work at all, maybe the resistor or other problems, but I have it where it partially works. So my going theory, well, from what I understand, there's 3 things you can probably replace. You can replace the actual switch in here, the physical contacts, you can replace the resistor, or you could actually go in there and replace the blower. So I'm going to start with the cheaper things. So I actually bought some parts. So here, I'll just show you where I got these from. So I got these by Morris 4x4 Center. And so I got this 3-speed fan switch for a 1999 to 2004 Jeep Wrangler TJ. And so there it is. And so you can see, oh sorry, see the teeth, and you can see that. And so I think maybe the contacts just aren't working right in the cold. I don't know, maybe it just needs a new one after all these years. Then so I'm going to replace that, and then I've got the blower motor resistor. Now this is a little different on the newer Jeeps. Mine's a 2001, so it actually has these physical resistors in here. Now the new one's like a solid state, and it's actually up under there, but I'll show you when I get to it to replace it later. But I wanted to get a video of this not working, and I want to get a video of it working before I replace these parts, just to show you the odd. I know there's a few other people who have the same problem I have, so I just wanted to show, just to show it. So that's it for now, until I take a video of it actually working. Okay, here we are back in the afternoon. Today's December 9th, 2014. And now that it's warm, it's probably 50 degrees, maybe not even 50 degrees. But it's the afternoon, and now it'll work. So if I start the car up, now the blower comes on. Oh, right there it is, so you can hear. Oh, I gotta wiggle that one, that's new. But I can get all of them to work. So I still think it's the connection in here. I think the resistor still needs to be replaced too, so. Oh, and another thing I heard is the heater core that's behind here might need to be flushed. That might be one of the symptoms. I have no idea why. But I did flush it last summer, and I cleaned it out real good, and that didn't seem to fix this problem at all. So I really think it's this guy, the connection points, and the resistor. So I'm going to go fix those and replace those, and I'll record that when I do that. Okay, I'm Patrick Bailey. Today is December 13th, 2014, and I'm going to replace my, what did I get it called? A 3-speed fan switch on my 2001 Jeep Wrangler. Now, like in my other sessions, I was showing that in my other videos, I was showing that the blower's not working in cold weather, and I can actually get to repeat a little bit right now. So that's working. It's actually warm right now, but see, that one's not. But I can wiggle it and get it going. So I really think it's this contact. So I'm going to replace that first, and then wait for cold weather and see if it's going to be good. But in order to fix that part, first you need a need a new one. There's this 3-speed fan switch. I got this online for less than 20 bucks, I think, if I remember right. And you just need 2 tools. You need a Phillips and something to pry the top open. I just got a small little screwdriver here. So the first things first, you got to pry off this top part. It's pretty easy. Just be gentle. There we go. You can kind of work your way down the end here. There you go. That's off. Next thing you need to do is take out the ashtray. So you can pull the ashtray down. And then all you gotta do is you push this little nub down a little bit and that unhooks. And then it comes right out. That's pretty easy. Now I'll set that aside so I can put my screws in there. Now to take this front bezel off, there's 3 screws. There's one actually down right here. And then there's 2 on the top up here. One right there, and one right there. So I'll take this bottom one out first. Go ahead and take these top guys out. Then you should be able to gently pull this whole guy out. Don't be too forceful, but it'll come. There we go. Set that aside. Then we got to take this guy out. Got 4 screws on it. And pull this out. The first thing I want to do before I get too far is I can pull this button out and pull this switch. You can pull it a little bit, but if you can gently kind of pry it a little bit. I don't want to break. There we go. Comes right off. And on the back side here, you gotta disconnect the power, so you just gotta pull these and wiggle a little bit. Comes right off. Now I've been in here before, and I think there should be a screw in here that I took off and forgot about, but it's not all that important, so for me it's lost. Then you gotta wiggle this. It kind of is stuck here on the back a little bit. So it's a little bit to wiggle it out, but don't be too forceful. There we go. There's a bad one. Here's the good one. Now, there's a little hole in here, so you got to go through. So line that up. Get her on here. You got to twist a little to get it in this back part. Oh, hey, that went on easy this time. Okay, so there it is. Now plug it back in. There we go. Now put this switch back on. Now that feels a lot firmer than the old one did, that's for sure. Now let me start up the car and there's my keys. Just to make sure it's working. with it. Okay. So now I'm going to put it all back together, but the real test is going to be when it gets cold again. Right now it's warm, so I really can't say for sure if this is the fix, but I think it is. These 4 bolts back on. Always drop a screw. That's a rule, I think. Okay, now we get the front bezel back on. Should just kind of snap in like that. Get your 3 screws back in. Alright, get the ashtray back in. Push that down, let it hook in, and get this top plate back on. And as you can see where it hooks in with all these little guys. So just line them up, kind of press them all in. Make sure you get that center one in, and we're back together. So that's it for this part. Now, if this doesn't work, I'm going to wait till it's a really cold day, definitely under 20, and make sure it's working. If it is, I think this solves the problem. But even if it does solve the problem, I still bought a blower motor resistor that goes down underneath there, so I'm going to do that repair next. Even if I prove this fixed the problem, I got a blower motor resistor, so I might as well replace it. So that's it. Okay, today is December 16th, 2014. I'm Patrick Bailey, and I'm trying to fix my heater in my 2001 Jeep Wrangler. Now, I replaced the 3-speed fan switch the last time, and I think it's still going to help, but it didn't solve the problem. So today it's probably, I don't know, in the 30s. If I start this up, get nothing. So, on to the next step. I got to replace the blower motor resistor. But I just wanted to show that I did replace that, and that's not my main problem.